Happy 2021, ladies.
Woo woo.
I'm so glad 2020 is done with. But
Same.
I'm glad to see all of you, and I thought it would be cool to kick the year off talking about secrets. So, and I'm not talking about, the secrets to where, I don't know, like top secret clearance level stuff. Somebody's going to hurt somebody. I'm talking about secrets between friends. Do you think it's possible to never betray somebody? Do you think or feel betrayed if you tell somebody something and they tell you? My mom used to always say, God bless you, mommy, that as soon as you open your mouth to tell somebody something, it's no longer a secret. But no disrespect, but I disagree a little bit, because Lydia and I have been friends for almost 30 years, for decades. And we have secrets going back decades. We also have other friends in our circle that we have secrets going back decades with. We've never, Lydia and I have never had a falling out or disagreement over a secret, betrayal, or trust. So with that being said, I'm going to do a little roundtable really quick. And Dania, I'll start with you. What do you think about secrets?
Yeah, so I am very careful with friends that I tell secrets to. But I tell my husband everything. I think that all of my friends know that. People who tell me secrets, they know that they can assume that I'm going to tell David. So we have our own secrets between our relationship.
Okay. Oh, wait.
I don't.
Excuse me. So you're saying if one of your friends tells you something in confidence, you go and tell David, your husband?
They know that before they tell me something.
Oh, okay then. As long as they know before.
I make that clear. I have very, very, very few secrets. I think the only secret I have actually is
Don't say what it
secrets,
is.
Mom.
Is with who?
One of your secrets. I had one secret that I haven't told David, and that's one of your secrets. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, but I tell him everything. I tell him everything, and he tells me everything, and nothing goes outside of the marriage. Though I would never betray David's trust like that. I would never do that. I believe he feels the same way. So in that capacity, I think that secrets can be a thing if you share it with somebody. Just not everybody. You have to be very exclusive with who you trust.
Yeah. I agree.
Kiara?
So when it comes to secrets, I tell a lot of them to my closest friend group. I have a friend group from high school, and I have a friend group from college. So that's 10 years plus worth of like experiences and built up trust. So if I tell one of them something that's kind of secret like, I don't feel as if it's so bad to where, I didn't want so-and-so in the group to know about this, and this. We're usually just open, and we talk about a lot of these things anyway. So whether we're together on the phone or together or, in person, or if one is on the phone and the other person isn't, it's okay.
Right.
If they know. But when it comes to secrets and family, for me, that's a bit different. I don't feel like my family should know all the deep, dark experiences and secrets that I've accumulated these 31 years of life.
Same.
That's just different for me. Friends, okay, we've all talked about tough, deep, dark things. That's fine. The only person I would say is my mom knows like a lot of my deep, 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 dark secrets. And I know that she's never told anybody them. because they more than likely would have come back.
Amen.
Yeah.
I can relate to that one.
Yeah, I know it would have come back. But also I just make sure, like, I know who I'm telling anything to is somebody that's trustworthy, and they don't, go out or seek out other random people that may know me within the community or within, other spaces to let them know certain things about me. My friends,
even with me and you, nothing
absolutely
has ever. And
no.
where we were, the city we were both living in, and what we
pretty
were
gossipy.
It would have came.
Yeah. So even then, even in your community, like, you really have to be careful with the friendships that you form, because you never know in what spaces people will talk about you or what's going on with you. That's not right though. That's a whole other thing for me. Like, I don't like drama, especially community drama. That's a no for me. That's a no.
Lydia?
All right. So just letting you know, disclaimer, I've been having issues with my computer, so
okay.
I don't know if it's sticky on your end, but it's sticky on my end. But I'm thankful that you and I have never had, me and Vonda have never had any real drama when it comes to that. I mean, we've had disagreements, but that's it. And when at the end of the day, we're both individuals, so we're going to have that. But as far as secrets go, I tell my husband everything. I tell him too much, and he tells me he don't want to know all that. So he's a very prudish guy, old-fashioned. He don't want to know everything all the time. But, I think for the most part, you have to really know who your friends are and know what you can tell them, because you can't tell everybody everything. And especially like your family, what you were talking about, your family, some things are better left unsaid. And, you got to pick and choose what you tell them, because especially when it comes to relationships too, because family doesn't forget.
Nope.
Family doesn't forget anything that happens. So, but as far as secrets, I think it's very possible to keep secrets with good people that you trust. My husband is a vault, and nothing coming out of that.
He is.
He is. He's a vault. But and me and Vonda, I think it just has to do with the level of respect and love you have for that person, and the mutual friendship that you have. I mean, as long as you understand that, it's possible. And I think it's very healthy to get it out and share something with somebody else, so that you're not holding it all in.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask you guys a question. So if look at so if do you think it's okay? So I'll just use this as an example. Since Anita, you're married.
Yes.
So if David came to me in confidence and told me he was cheating, should I keep his confidence and not tell you? Should I keep that secret?
No.
Why?
What do you mean why?
What? But I thought you so it is okay to tell secrets.
I never said it wasn't okay to tell some secrets. There are some reasons.
There's some reason.
I think if there's something that could hurt a person,
then
you should tell them. Yeah,
well,
and it's not just even.
Okay, so let's reverse it. If your best friend came to you and said that she was cheating on her husband, or vice versa, whoever your best friend is, would you keep that secret, or would you go and tell their partner?
Ooh.
That's a good point, because I actually had the situation happen. So I have a very close friend who was constantly cheating on her fiance, including with his best friend since first grade. So
too many details.
So I didn't agree with that, and I told her that I didn't agree with it.
Okay.
And she invited me to her wedding, and I said, I think that it would be a mistake for him to marry you without knowing that. And if I was there, I would probably tell him. So I'm not going to go because people deserve to know what they're getting into.
Oh.
I would want somebody to tell me.
Kiara? Hot seat.
I would probably do the same thing as Ania in a way. I would just make sure that my friend knew that I disagree with the behavior. I'm not going to help facilitate it. I'm not going to help lie for you. Like, that's not, if that's how you want to run your relationship or whatever you got going on, that's on you. But I want you to understand what those consequences may look like. Like, you know, but otherwise, do I think it's my responsibility?
Yeah, to be the judge, jury, and executioner.
No. I feel like what's done in the dark will always come to light regardless. I don't have to be other people's karma. It will always catch up.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
No. But I would disagree with her.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wouldn't have gone to that wedding either. Like I would have told her why. Like, what you're presenting to your future spouse is totally different than what they know. And that's not okay. And I can't sit there quietly and bear witness to that because that's not right. So, yeah.
And also, I would say there's a difference between, like, if my friend is cheating on a guy that she just met, like, just became her boyfriend, and, like, to getting married. Like, I think that there's a spectrum. And so the more serious the relationship is, the more, I mean, I disagree with cheating at all, period. But the more, I guess, the stronger my feelings are about the cheating happening.
Lydia?
Well, you know, in the situation that Nia was talking about, I don't know enough about it, but I, you know, as far as all the details and everything else like that, but just based on the loose information that she was talking about, I probably wouldn't attend the wedding. But I'm one of those people, and Vonda knows this, that once I start seeing that I don't have as much in common with someone anymore, I start pulling away. I pull away and I distance myself. So I probably wouldn't have been invited to the wedding. If I was, I'd have been like, you know what? No. I'm one of those people that just, once I start seeing something, I just distance. All right. You know, we had a trio at one time, me, Vonda, and another person. And I started pulling one away because I was like, I can't deal with that person no more. No. But I'm one of them. I just.
And we both pulled away.
Huh?
We both pulled away.
Yeah, but I pulled away first.
Yeah, you pulled away first.
Because I was like, I can't do this no more. I'm not going to be playing nice. I'm not going to be playing like I don't have that bone in my body. I'm just going to leave it alone. So, you know, usually I'm that kind of person where if I'm already not vibing with you on some things, I'm just going to pull away. And so I probably would have, but you know, like I said, every situation is different. Every cheating circumstance is different. It depends on your friendship. It depends on the, you know, a whole bunch of other things. You can't just take one thing and just say, this is what it's going to be, you know, at least that's what
and
I like that.
For me, I can't be the judge, jury, and executioner. I'm not going, if it's my friend that comes to me that's cheating, my loyalty is to my friend. So any issues I have with her, not who she's going to marry, not who she's in a relationship with. So I'm never, ever going to go to my friend's spouse or partner and have a conversation with them about anything that they're doing. So my personality is, you get it right. If you don't, it's going to be consequences. And when the hammer falls, your ass might be knocked out. So, I mean, that's it. you straighten up, you do what's right, or you keep it moving. I would actually attend the wedding if I'm still communicating with my friend. That's my friend. So obviously, if they're getting married, they've gotten it together. People are not perfect. We all have flaws. Sometimes the people that do the most ridiculous things over and over are the ones that need the most help, or at least with some of my friends, myself included. So if one of my friends that I knew was cheating, after I tried to figure out what the hell are you doing, why do you keep doing, continuing to do this, and you're about to get married, but I'm going to the wedding, I'm supporting. That's me. But if it gets too ridiculous, we're not going to be friends. You're either going to get it right or I'm moving on. That's your life. I can't tell you how to live it, but I'm definitely not ever going to go to anybody's spouse behind. I can't do that. That's scary.
I gotta tell you, I gotta put it as asterisk there, Vonda, because you're one of those people that you would only come to that point after you've tried to work with them.
That's true.
After you try to talk some sense into them and try to, and you in a loving way to try to tell them, hey, look, you're messing up here. So, and why are you doing this? And just try to figure out. So I think that's one of the different scenarios.
Yeah. So, okay, back to secrets. Has anybody, meaning, well, not just anybody, but somebody that you consider a friend, like even a best friend, somebody that was close to you, have you ever told somebody something, you found out they shared it with somebody else and you were destroyed? Or they knew something that could have helped you and you were like, I can't believe this happened? Ania?
I don't think I've had my trust betrayed like that, at least not as an adult. Like, I'm thinking like middle school, high school, where it wasn't a big deal, but I was devastated. Like nothing as an adult has happened that no.
Awesome. Kiara? I like Kiara's snapshot.
College, yeah, for sure. I mean, and kind of like what Lydia said about you, how you'll give people kind of like chances to see what's going on and let them know like that's not okay and whatnot. I definitely was not the person that I am today in college. Like, I was not as vocal. I didn't really call people out on their shit. Like, I was just like, okay, well, I'll give them a chance. Like, yeah. So, in college, I did have a friendship where that person was just really like pretty shady and backhanded. And, certain things would get back to me that they would say about me when I wasn't around. And yeah. But the nail in the coffin ended up being where I actually caught them in the act of saying something about, and they didn't know that I was like walking up.
Oh, snap.
Yikes.
What was their reaction?
I mean, what could they say? They were just kind of stuck and stunned, and that was really it. And then when I stopped talking to them, they started asking everybody, like, why is she not talking to me anymore?
Gotcha.
And everybody would say, you know what you did. You know it took a lot to get there. Like, come on. So, I mean, I would say that was my biggest experience of somebody betraying my trust after I gave them like several opportunities to stop.
Yeah.
But I will say with myself, when somebody gets to that level of betrayal and just shady, and this probably isn't the best thing to do. So anyways, I would say it anyway. But I mean, but I think it's just my ineffective tool of coping, like, for real. We can be in the same room and I can look past you. Like, you are a ghost to me. I don't know you. Like, you can even speak and I'ma just look straight past you still.
Hell yeah.
Because at that point in my mind, I don't know you. I thought I knew you, but
Right.
what you presented to me was not true. So I don't know you no more.
My
Bye.
girl.
Now,
Yeah.
can I edit my statement?
Yes.
Okay. So so also, as a young adult, sorry, I had a, yeah.
Look at your goddaughter.
So I had a mentor betray my trust in a serious way, and it jeopardized my career.
Wow.
And so that was a huge, yes.
Almost jeopardized your career, because look at you now.
I said could have.
Could have. Oh, could have.
Yes.
Damn.
But I made it out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they betrayed my trust in a major way. A few times. Really trying to discredit me and stop my progress. For reasons that I don't understand why or know. But so yes, and that was devastating for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was devastating for me too, because Ania went and let me go after him. But I love my daughter and I respected her wishes.
Yes.
Didn't I, Nia?
You did. And you did want to go after that person.
Oh yeah, I did. But you know, like Kiara said one time though, that's okay. I don't have to be driving the karma bus. It's gonna come back, Nia.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia? Lydia?
Okay, so for me, it's happened way too more than I wanted to. And I think it's because I was so trusting and I trusted the wrong people. And I could think of a few instances where I told, you find out somebody's talking about you behind your back. I mean, it was my bishop talking about me behind my back about a few years ago. Some of the people I helped, people who it's more than a handful of people. It's way too much. And I think it's just, I don't know what the reason is. I think maybe it's because people look at me and think I'm weak and, or whatever. But I've been, especially recently, I tried to help a lot of people, and some of those same people turned around and talked about me behind my back. So it's way more than I want to admit, because if I say how many people actually was, it makes me look like just a freaking doormat. But in some aspects I was. But, thank God I'm on the other side of this now. But yes, I've had my trust betrayed by a lot of people, unfortunately.
Have you?
But it never came from Vonda. I need to put that there.
Never. And yes, I have had my trust betrayed. And the first time my trust was betrayed was by a spouse. But I learned from it, because I said what was done to me, the way I was treated, I would never, ever do it to anybody else, ever. Lydia knows I haven't. And I mean, so I used it as a learning experience. However, I am a work in progress. I am not perfect. So with the last and final question, I want to ask you, ladies, once your trust has been betrayed by somebody, I mean, I'm talking about somebody that is very, very close to you, can you forgive and move on? And I'm going to answer, no, I can't. No, I won't. I love how people always say, oh, you need to forgive. You won't get past it. You're going to be stuck. You're a damn liar. My life is not stuck, and I am still moving forward. I also like how people tell you, oh, you have to forgive. They don't tell you how to forgive. There's no guidebook on forgiving. Well, if you want to forgive, you take 10 steps, then you make a left turn, and by the time, and you keep walking forward, and then you'll be forgiven, and all of the hurt will be, it'll be gone. And that's a bunch of bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not trying to be. I'm Vonda. I don't have to forgive anybody. That's how I'm living my life. There are some people, there's one person that has hurt me that does not deserve to be a part of my life and does not deserve for me to even have a conversation with. And you all know who he is. I won't say his name because I don't feel like doing any fucking editing, but it is my second ex-husband. So with that being said, Ania?
I think it depends. As far as friendships go, no. But also with my relationship, I would like to say no, but I think that marriage is for the long haul, and I can imagine that somewhere throughout the years there may be some betrayal of trust. That's possible. And depending on what that betrayal is, that depends on kind of what we can work through. Yes, Mom.
So if your husband sent inappropriate sexually based text messages to your stepdaughter, would you be able to forgive? Would you forgive him and y'all could be friends and he could be a part of your life?
No.
Oh, okay, then that's it. Okay, Kiara, you're next. Thanks, Nia.
Were you done, Ania?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Past relationship wise, forget them people. Okay. I want to use another word, but no. Nope. I'm not trying to. I mean, for me forgiving them honestly has nothing to do with my healing.
Kiara, that's what I was trying to say. It just took me a lot of work.
And I know that sounds messed up, but like people have done some dirty, low down things. And that's for them to sift through. That's not my problem. That's not for me to sift through. Again, that has nothing to do with my healing because I wasn't the one that did this stuff. So, no, they need to work on forgiving themselves, I guess, for hurting others. But I didn't do anything, and I don't feel like I have to bear the responsibility of forgiving anybody.
Amen.
But that's me.
I agree with that.
And when it comes to friendships, again, I have such long and stable friendships to the point where we disagree. Like I think Lydia had mentioned earlier about you all's friendships. If you're that stable of friends, you're going to disagree. You're not going to meet eye to eye on everything. Right. So disagreeing or having a little, not an argument, but a misunderstanding or something like that, that can be talked through. We don't have to say sorry. We just don't agree with each other, and that's okay. That doesn't require forgiveness to me.
I agree. Yeah. Very well said.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Lydia?
Okay, so traditionally I've been really good at forgiving.
Yes, you have.
I'll forgive someone and just keep it moving and be friends with them, whatever. But after this last season, which has been like three and a half, maybe 4 years ago, I had a bunch of stuff coming at me at once. And it's been harder for me to forgive. I am not as forgiving as I used to be. I don't know if it's a callus there from just being hit all at once.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that I understand what you mean. is that forgiving you doesn't mean that my healing isn't happening.
Right.
I understand what you mean with that
I
statement.
like that, Lydia.
Mhm.
My healing isn't happening.
Yeah,
You know, girl.
but seriously, there's a couple of maybe 2 or 3 people that I'm having a hard time forgiving, which is highly unusual for me, and it doesn't feel right to me. Like in my spirit, I feel like I have to forgive them because I'm so used to just forgiving people and whatever. There's one person that I have forgiven, and I see them, but I will never be as close to them as I was before.
Mhm.
I won't let you do that to me again. So there's like a couple of people where I've forgiven them and I'm moving on, but you're not coming any closer than this arm length. That's it. And that's how, that's being wise, I think. But that doesn't mean that I'm not better than I was before. That hurt is healed. I'm good. But as far as me forgiving you, I'm still upset with you. I'm still upset that you did some of the things you did. And I don't know how to get past that. And that's hard for me to say. But anyway, that's my take.
Yeah.
Go, Lydia.
So.
And I'm proud of you just because we're best friends, I'm proud of you. Because I know everything. I know who the people are, but I'm proud of you for finally having boundaries with certain people. And I've always told Lydia, before we wrap it up, one of her greatest strengths. Lydia is like my youngest daughter, Alexa. People look at her. I think it's funny because I know her, but I think it's hilarious because they look at her and they're just like, oh, you know what? She's nice. I can do what I want to do. That is her greatest strength. That is her greatest strength, is because people they underestimate her every time. And I just laugh because I'm like, okay, you don't know what's coming, but I do. So you're only going to be able to do this for so much longer. But, and it is, Lydia, I think that's your greatest strength. So
thank you, Bond.
You're welcome. So before we wrap up, did anybody have anything else they wanted to add to the conversation or say? Awesome. Thank y'all. This was fun. So, Ania, I know you're not on social media, but Ania, thanks for being on.
You're welcome.
That's my oldest daughter, but my youngest daughter is my favorite. So she's not on. That's okay for everybody that's watching. That's the payback, because on the very first segment that Ania came on, she caught me off guard. She was like, "Hi, I'm Ania, and I'm Vonda's favorite child." So that's my payback for my other children. So, but Kiara, you want to let everybody know where they can find you at?
Yep, I am on Instagram at SoTherapistAF. And I'm also at k.soleil artwork, and I have YouTube. I struggle with it, but I try to keep it as up to date as I possibly can. It's just about the artwork, and that's at Kiara J.
And she's awesome. Lydia?
You can find me on all social media at just Lydia111. I'm predominantly on Facebook, so if you really want to get in touch with me, you can find me there. But also, if you want to help support the movement here, you can go to ojusttalk.net and get you some nifty merch. I'm actually wearing the shirt today.
Go, Lydia!
So yeah, so it would help us a lot if you just go ahead and click on that button and just maybe buy something with your stimmy. Anyway.
That's right.
Anyway, that's where you can find us.
And I'm Vonda. You can find me on all social media outlets at Vonda or Just Talk. And of course, if you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. And before we go, I want to thank all of my Twitter followers for their support. I want to specifically thank one of my followers. Her name is Maggie. I will make sure that I have her in the descriptions. So I appreciate everybody's support. Y'all stay safe, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.